Good day to you, my lords and ladies. I'm the Lord Commander Pyrpk, and today I will be talking about the drop rates from the world level 2 beasts in the Game of Thrones Kingsroad. Just for a quick disclaimer, basically those are not the real drop rates and we don't know the real drop rates, and basically they are due to change, and especially with the world level 3 we will be having better drop rates for sure. They also mentioned that. So in this video this is basically only one sample from my side, where I did 100 tries, 100 beasts, and basically that's drop rate so far for me. Of course, to be way more exact, we would have to do like many more samples with 100 tries, but due to RP limitations I'm not able to do that, of course. So this is basically only one quick sample. Well, it's not quick, it took me 2 weeks, but I mean, yeah, let's go, let's dive into it and let's see how was the drop rate so far in the world level 2. I know that many players were disappointed and said that it's ridiculous, but I mean, world level 3 is gonna bring way much better drop rates, of course. Now let's firstly start from the elk, because the elk is of course the first beast that we are facing actually in this game, that we had to face. And as you can see, the elk was pretty good so far for me. I did elk 16 times and I got one legendary pelt on the 8th try. I also got only one scrap, which is not that awesome to be honest, but I mean that's fine. And I got one epic belt and 24 epic scraps. I also got one special item down here, as you can see. So basically the elk so far was not that bad, honestly. Now let's go to the direwolf, because direwolf was the second beast that we had to face, and as you can see, direwolf was not that bad either. I mean, in 16 tries I've got 4 scraps. I also got one epic belt and 25 epic scraps. I also got this one special item in the first try. My first try was pretty awesome, I can say. Special item plus 2 legend scraps. So actually direwolf was also not that bad. Maybe the second best beast, I don't know. So next beast is basically the bull, and as you can see the bull was pretty bad. No legi pelts, no legi scraps, one epic, I mean at least something, in 17 tries, and 24 scraps, no special items. So basically bull was very greedy. Yeah, not much luck with the bull. So I mean there's nothing much to say about this. Let's go to the bear. And as you can see, bear was almost like Shadowcat, and I appreciate that. I've got 0 legi pelts, but 3 legi scraps, 1 epic pelt, and 21 epic scraps. So basically, based on last 3 beasts, bear was like decent. So yeah, it was fine. Let's go to the boar. And this was basically the hardest, but also the worst beast based on drop rates. Of course, this can definitely change. Who knows, maybe in the next 17 tries I could get like 3 legi pelts from the boar and boar can instantly go to the top 1. This is only sample basically, and we would have to do many samples, of course, to be more exact, or at least if we could get those drop rates leaked. But as you can see, 0 legi pelts, 0 legi scraps, 1 epic at least, and 23 epic pelt scraps, no special items. So basically the boar was the greediest so far. And the last one, well, my favorite honestly, I don't know if the elk or the Shadowcat is, but with the Shadowcat was generous, especially with epics. 0 legis, but 2 scraps at least. As you can see, 3 epic pelts. Wow. I mean, this is already something. I've been able to craft some epics thanks to Shadowcat, of course. And 19 epic scraps. I mean, this is also a good amount. Yeah, 0 special items, but the Shadowcat was also generous. Shadowcat and the elk, the 2 easiest beasts, were the most generous ones, and bull and the boar were the greediest ones. Of course, this can change definitely. I mean, those are not the real drop rates. This is only one sample. I have to mention this like 1000 times. But now let's go into total rewards, basically in 100 tries, and how was the drop rate for me so far in 100 tries. So of course, as you can see over here, I've got 1 legendary pelt in 100 tries. So basically it took me 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks I got 1 legi pelt. I mean, this is definitely bad, but taking into consideration that this is normal because the world level 3 is gonna have better drop rates, this is then definitely fine. I mean, it should be fine. So So far, basically, in 100 tries, I've got 1 legendary pelt, and the drop rate is, of course, 1%, basically once in 100 tries. This is only sample, and this can definitely change. But as you can see also, in 100 tries, I've got 10 legendary scraps, and that's basically, 10% drop rate so far from this sample for Legi pelts. Now, as you can see, I've got 8 epic pelts, and the drop rate is of course 8%, but yeah, this is not that bad. And as you can see, yeah, this is a little bit unreal, of course, for those epic pelt scraps, like it's 136% drop rate, but you have to take into considerations that we can have 1 or 2 Legi scraps from one drop, and also 1, 2 or 3 epic scraps basically from one drop, and I simply summarized. So basically all together from all 3 of them I've got 136, of course, epic pelt scraps, and that's why the drop rate is like this. But if we divide it, like what's the drop rate for 1, for 2 or for 3 pelt scraps, it would be definitely different. And as you can see, for special items so far the drop rate is 2%. I've got 2 special items, so yeah, those were the definitely drop rates for me. I would love to know if you noted maybe your tries and how many tries you did, and like how many legendary pelts or scraps you got. But from my sample, basically from 100 tries, this was the drop rate. Of course, for everybody is a bit different. Yeah, generally this was from my first sample, this was the drop rate. Of course, I'm gonna definitely make many more samples, and we are definitely gonna compare those samples with this one. We are definitely gonna do this for the world level 3 beasts, of course, and see if the drop rate actually changed. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope this video answered some questions and helped if it could. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, have fun and goodbye.